Hello friends, it's your art teacher, Miss Barnett, and in this week's lesson called Creating a Model, we've been talking about buildings and forms such as spheres, cones, cylinders, as well as cubes, pyramids, and slabs. Remember, a slab is a 3D. That means it has height, width, and depth. It's a 3D rectangle. So today we're going to be designing our own building and making a model of it. We are going to be working as architects and we're going to be designing a clubhouse. So a clubhouse is where groups of people that have the same interests get together and meet, and they have meetings. So our project, the things I'm going to grade you on, should have more than one type of form. So remember, it should have at least a couple of these forms up here. It should have interesting ways that you've combined the forms, and you should have details such as doors, windows, and shingles. Shingles are the roof tiles on the top of our building. So today what you'll need to make your project, if I have some tissue boxes, you can use that, and maybe you can bring one from home. I have some different size cardboard rolls, as well as some art trash here. We're also could make this out of construction paper. We're going to need scissors, tape and glue, and then markers to decorate. So gather your materials and let's get started making. First, I'm going to show you how to make some forms out of paper. Let's get started. All right, friends, we're going to make a rectangular cube. So the first thing I'm going to do is do a fold in about a third of the way. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. So we've got two folds, then we're going to fold the ends. And fold this side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut out these squares that we've made in the corner, and you can watch. Here we go. All right, kiddos, now that I've cut out those 4 squares on the side, I'm going to use some tape and I'm going to match the corners and then just secure this down. Take your time here. Sometimes it helps to tape one side and then match it and fold the tape over, just like that. And last one. And guess what? I noticed this side is a little bit longer than the other one, so I might just trim that up so it sits better. But basically that we have made a rectangular slab. Now friends, I'm going to make some walls for this guy. So I might want to take another piece of paper. I'm going to fold it down. Actually, I'm going to fold the 2 corners in. And I think I'm going to make this just a little bit smaller. So I'm going to go maybe a little bit over half. Trim this down. So you're going to have to be making a lot of adjustments here as we're working to make sure things fit together properly. Now I'm going to take these 2 corners and I'm going to fold them in so they touch just like that. Perfect. So this can go on one side of my building, and I'm going to do the other side. Here we go. We can also make a pyramid. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn this into a square by pulling this paper across and making a triangle. Then we're going to cut off this piece. Then we're going to match our corners and do 2 diagonal folds. One this way, one this way. And then we're going to do a little origami here. Might take a couple of creases to get it to lay right. I want that crease really sharp. Then we can do a little cut from one corner to the middle. We're going to fold it over, and bam, we have a pyramid. We can secure that with just a little bit of tape. And there we have a pyramid form. So far we've made a cube or slab, a pyramid, and what could be the sides of a roof. Now I'm going to show you how to make a circle into a cone. First thing we're going to do is get a circle template. I have lots of different sizes of circles. Just let me know when you need them and I'll get them out for you. And we're going to trace that circle just like that, and I'm going to cut it out and you can watch. Now that I've cut my circle, I'm going to use my ruler, and I'm going to find about the middle here. So I'm measuring from one side to the other, and I know this ruler is hard to read, but this is 5.5, so half of 5 is 2.5, and then we're going to add a quarter. So we're going to go right here. That's going to be our half of our circle, the middle of our circle. Then I'm just going to draw a little cut line right there. We're going to snip it. And now we can pull that under, and you can make a beautiful cone shape that way. And again, we're going to, you could either use glue or tape. I'm going to use tape, and we can make a cone. So now that you know the basics here, you could make your own shapes out of construction paper, or you can bring in a box from home. I've got some tissue paper boxes here that I think I'm going to use for this project. You can also bring in different cylinders, and then I have lots and lots of different shape cylinders from I've gathered. So we're going to use a lot of recyclable materials. I also want you to consider, I'm going to give you a piece of thin cardboard like this. I want you to build your clubhouse to fit on this square. So now that we know how to do that, we're going to get started, and we're going to start combining forms to make our clubhouse. Let's go. All right, friends, so I'm noticing that I'm having a little bit of structural issues here, so I'm going to take a popsicle stick and I'm going to glue this in right here so it'll stand up a little bit better and not fall over so much. Just wanted to point out that you can use popsicle sticks. I have plenty to add support to your project. Let's continue. I wanted to point out too, you might want to think about using the hot glue gun. When you're working today, I will have safety gloves for you. I'm a grown-up. I can handle if I get burnt. Make sure you're wearing your gloves. All right, friends, here's my completed model of a clubhouse. I have windows. I have shingles on my roof, and I have a doorway, and I've combined lots of different forms to create my model. I hope you have just as much fun exploring architecture as I did today, and I can't wait to see what you do. Let's get started.